Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, September 21st, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Well, the true full harvest moon was last night, and the skies did cooperate. Did you get a chance to see it? Or were you still stuck in that damn Forest Drive traffic? More on that in a minute, but we probably should get into the news. So shall we? It wasn't a good day on the roads in Anne Arundel County yesterday. Up in Pasadena, the Anne Arundel County Police are investigating a fatal accident that left a 33-year-old Orchard Beach woman dead. She was traveling eastbound on Route 100 near Catherine Avenue and lost control of her van and hit several trees. Witnesses say that she was driving erratically prior to the crash, and police did say they found evidence of a controlled substance in the vehicle. Yesterday in Annapolis, a three-vehicle crash at Spa and Forest Drive sent a man in his 40s to shock trauma by medevac. The two other drivers sustained minor and no injuries, and the roads around town were a mess as they closed the intersection for about 3 hours. And let me be a little bit critical of the Annapolis Police Department here. They recently celebrated their 150th anniversary, and in 150 years, that's a century and a half, they still haven't figured out that we live on a series of peninsulas, and they still haven't figured out how to detour traffic around incidents that happen along any of them. Somebody's got to do something. And in minor accident news, Buddy's Crabs and Ribs may be closed today due to an accident yesterday. Around 8 a.m., a BMW somehow hopped the curb and crashed into the restaurant, damaging the brick facade, window, and front door. Buddy's posted on Facebook that they likely would be closed for 2 days to repair the damage. And for those that know me, yet another example of my BMW hypothesis. All right, let's talk schools. Anne Arundel County Public Schools announced a new vaccination policy yesterday afternoon. All staff and high school athletes will now be required to be vaccinated or to be tested weekly beginning November 22nd. And they're taking the next few weeks to figure out how exactly they're going to implement all that. And as to the COVID numbers, currently 1,092 students are home in quarantine, and that equates to about 1.3% of the student body. There are 21 teachers in quarantine as well. And currently there are 170 active cases of COVID-19 among students and 14 among the teachers. Buses, still messed up. That's all you really need to know. Yesterday there were at least 23 that were canceled in the morning, and I know of at least one route that was never reported and just never showed up, stranding Magathie Middle's kids at their bus stop, most with livid parents already at work. I just checked and there were 13 cancellations already, and they will be updating it in about 15 minutes after this DNB releases. So you want to be sure to check out AACPS.org/buses for the latest. And I'll tell you, this is beginning to sound like a broken record here. From broken records to broken hearts. Yesterday, the schools announced that homecoming dances have been canceled system-wide. Dr. Arlotto said that he does hope to be able to hold them later in the year, so that is really a bummer for the students. He did say that Spirit Week activities could continue like pep rallies and homecoming games, and I feel so horrible for all of these kids, but I admire them as well for their resiliency and their tenacity. As we wrap up, make sure you check out Steve Palmer's column that went up on eyeonannapolis.net a few days ago. Now, we spoke with Steve on a local business spotlight podcast. He's with TransWorld Business Advisors, and he has some great information and advice about businesses in the area. So if you are a business owner, or maybe you want to buy a business or become a business owner, you definitely want to check out those columns. And any questions, you want to go to tworld.com/Annapolis. That's the website. Great guy, and his articles will be showing up every other Saturday at 1 p.m. Finally, it is Ticket Tuesday, and while I am waiting for Laura over at Ram's Head to refill my stash, I have 4 pairs of tickets to go on a sale on Annapolis Maritime Museum and Parks skipjack Wilma Lee. Now, I know you all like simple contests, so let's do a simple one again. Send out a tweet or a Facebook post saying, I want a sale on the hashtag Wilma Lee. And we'll pick a few random winners. Sales are good for any sale through the end of October. And so we can find you, you want to make sure you tag us and them. On Twitter, we are at Eye On Annapolis, and they are at McNasby's. And on Facebook, we are all Annapolis, and they are Annapolis Maritime Museum and Park. Good luck. This is a great experience. Not quite as great as the Thomas Point Lighthouse, in my opinion, but really great nonetheless. And I'll tell you, Captain Rick is awesome. All right, that's it for the news. But first, a quick thank you to the 4 sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, Rehab to Perform, and Annapolis Green. Alrighty, now hang tight. George Young is here from DCMDV Weather with your locally forecast weather report. All of that in just about a minute.
Hey everyone, it's Elvia Thompson with Annapolis Green. Looking for an electrifying way to spend this Sunday? How about a visit downtown to beautiful and historic City Dock for Kick Gas in Annapolis? We're celebrating National Drive Electric Week with a big showcase of cars, motorcycles, e-bikes, and electric yachts. It's Annapolis' most exciting electric vehicle showcase of the year, and we want you to come check it out. Whether you want to ride the roads or the water, Annapolis Green, along with our electrifying sponsors, partners, and volunteers, will highlight the latest EV models available, with seminars to answer your questions and test drives on site from 10 to 2. Come see what all the buzz is about and get all charged up this Sunday at City Dock in downtown Annapolis for Kick Gas with Annapolis Green. For more information, visit AnnapolisGreen.com.
Are you interested in an exciting career in one of the hottest industries of the next decade? At Solar Energy Services, we're currently hiring solar installers, crew leaders, service techs, and sales representatives with immediate needs in all categories. Are you feeling uninspired in your current job and want more meaningful work where you can make a positive impact every day? Do you like the idea of being part of the team that installs solar panels on residential rooftops, commercial rooftops, or ground-mounted arrays for entire communities to use? Or maybe you're a good troubleshooter and communicator who likes solving interesting technical problems. Whatever your preference, the upside of working in the solar industry is tremendous. Contact us today about joining a great company with a rewarding culture and an inspiring mission. Call us at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDV Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDV Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, September 21st. Yesterday brought a very nice start to the work and school week for the Annapolis region, but changes are on the way. Look for mixed skies today with upper 70s to lower 80s for highs across all of Anne Arundel County with a small chance of some PM rain as a cold front approaches from the west with highs again near 80 tomorrow with rain likely as that cold front pushes through the region, setting the stage for nicer temps Thursday through Sunday as we get into the first days of astronomical fall, with highs in the mid-70s or so Thursday and Friday, followed by upper 70s and sunshine for the weekend, with much lower humidity each day and AM lows each morning, likely in the 50s. So make plans now to get out and about as much as possible all weekend long, as it will be a spectacular weekend, providing a nice reward following what was a fairly hot and stormy summer. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDV Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDV Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and use our website each day at DCMDVAweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company.
So maybe you've heard by now, the real estate market is hot. Actually, on fire might be a better term. And if you've been thinking about changing your address lately, but need to get your house market ready, here are a few simple tips to make your house shine. Clear the clutter. Basically making your house look like no one lives there when you still live there. Removing everything from kitchen and bathroom countertops is a great start. Give your house a deep clean. We're not just talking about a simple dust and vacuum. Think of this as detailing your house. Get into those hard-to-reach places, especially in the rooms buyers will focus on, like the kitchen and bathrooms, and power wash the outside walkways and decks. A fresh coat of paint can go a long way. Light gray and white trim is a safe choice. And finally, talk to us. The Kristi Neidhardt Team can help you find things you might not notice around your house that can make a huge difference in your sale price.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
Are you an active adult or competitive athlete dealing with an injury keeping you from being at your best? Then Rehab to Perform is here to get you back to your full potential. R2P is a unique fitness-focused physical therapy company with 4 locations in Maryland. More like a training room and a personal training studio than a medical facility. R2P offers physical therapy for lower back pain, overuse injuries, post-surgery, muscle pulls, chronic pain, and more. R2P also offers rehabilitation for concussions and mild traumatic brain injuries. To learn more, visit rehabtoperform.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.